By the time my dad was 21, he had 4 kids.
Can you imagine that?
Fuck no.
Yeah, thank you. And how are you avoiding? Is it condoms or what are we doing here?
I think I just actually smoked my shit up. I started smoking weed at like 13. By the time I was 18, I was just nutting smoke.
Welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children. Hey everybody, you're so welcome to Dr. Drew After Dark. Phone number here, 818-253-1693 for those voice messages, which we have abundance and I will get to. And if you've sent your voice messages in and wonder why I haven't answered them, because there are a lot and we will get through them, as well as the emails at drdrafterdark@gmail.com. Today, my guest, a huge mommy, Danny Brown, the Danny Brown Show on Tuesdays, drops on Tuesdays. So how did you become a mommy? How'd you get involved with all this? Oh, wait, they want to applaud you being here. Danny Brown, everybody. Yeah. Hang on, we got to give them the proper intro. Fair enough. So yeah, a mommy. How did you become jeans?
I just think just my algorithm.
Your algorithm sent it to you?
Yeah, but I was actually... My algorithm, and just being a fan of Time in general. You know, I used to watch a lot of Time, just stand-up comedy in general, and then I was a fan of Time, and then, one day I just got recommended the podcast. I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Right.
I started watching that shit before I knew it. I was all the way in. At first, I remember the first time I watched it, though, I was overseas, and I was like, oh, shit.
What were you doing?
I was doing shows and shit, like on the road. And then
what kind of shows?
Rap shows.
Just rapping,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And then, where were you? I'm just curious where you were going.
I can't remember, but somewhere in Europe. Somewhere in Europe, but because I was flying back to the States.
Yeah.
And I seen it on YouTube, but then I went on my phone and then went on Apple and shit and got it.
Yeah.
And then I just listened to Dan in like every episode coming back from Europe, Dan, like as many as I could. So I was like, damn, podcasts make overseas flights go kind of quick. So listen to podcasts.
So here's what's interesting to me. So my first experience at your mom's house was sort of traumatic. They showed me all these horrible videos and things, and I was sucked in sort of, I wouldn't say against my will, but unwittingly. I was there. What attracted you?
That shit. That's what it was, yeah. Because
what is it about that that's so compelling? I'm fascinated.
We all love watching the car crash, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the characters that like they'll put you up on. I continued with the mission. I continued on the movie. I stuck with it. I became and kept watching them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Robert Paul Champagne. I know what he's going to right now.
Did you go to his live streams?
I popped in.
Is it ever too much?
I just pop in. I just know where it's going eventually. So I ain't about to stick. You know what I'm saying?
Eventually, his penis is coming out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
eventually, yeah.
I don't know. I don't need that content in my life.
No, I'm with you. That's sort of where we did Nadav did a test on me at one point. Remember this test, Nadav?
How could I forget? Yeah. It's my most fondest memory with
where he challenged me to determine what was somebody being tortured versus Robert Paul Champagne ejaculating.
Oh, wow. No!
Yes. Wasn't that essentially the task? Nadav, am I getting that right?
I think that's very close.
Yeah.
Is someone screaming or coming?
It does sound like torture, though, but it probably is, man. No type of way. You don't know what type of fluids he putting in his body. He's sniffing them poppers and all type of weird shit.
No, he's not doing that.
That shit probably come out like Gorilla Glue.
No.
Stuck to the walls in there.
So I feel I have a deep affection for RPC because I went and visited. Did you see the video where I went to his house?
No, I didn't see that.
Well, it's on the website. It's still up, guys.
I seen the one. I think when Josh went or some shit.
No, then I went.
Oh, okay.
Then I went.
Damn, I didn't see.
And one of them
I'm slipping.
One of them we didn't air ever. Maybe you guys could show that to him on.
Yeah, we did release it.
The part 2?
Uh-huh.
I think it was behind a paywall or something. wasn't it?
No, because we got permission from him on the live show, and he said, "Yeah, you could show it." And
Oh,
then
right.
Just, boom. It's
okay,
up.
so you want to look at both of them.
I don't know if I do.
You do. It'll enlighten you. He is a very interesting man, and he is a dear man.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He's really a dear fellow.
He doesn't seem like. I don't feel threatened by him or anything. He seems like very,
he asked for
a
some
nice
weird
guy
shit.
for some reason. I do get like he's genuine.
Ask for some weird shit though.
Yeah, but at least he's open with it. I'd rather him be a person like that. You be hanging out or see him in the street and be like, oh, okay, that's Robert Paul. But you don't know he got this secret life. At least he's out in the open. Next thing you know, you hanging with him. Sharing a beer or something.
No, he's not that kind of guy.
Okay.
No, you're not doing that. You could go to his apartment and talk to him. I'm sure he'd welcome you in, but that's a whole thing. It's a whole experience.
Home here now.
Home here now. He's home here now. That's right. So you got hooked in through the the screwball antics. Let's
Yeah,
say.
yeah, pretty much.
And
then just the dynamic of Tom and Christina relationship.
That's what I was going to say. You know,
that's like couple goals. You know what I'm saying?
That is what's really interesting to me, because when women, the first thing I noticed when I was on the show was women were assailing me and saying, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in your all relationships. You and Tom and Christina, Christina and Tom, you and Susan, Susan and Christina. I can't understand them. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand why it's obscure or intriguing or different. We're just doing what we do, and we're making fun of each other a bit. But this is actually our relationships on display here. This is not something...
Exactly. I mean, what they think you're supposed to just be hanging with all doctors and shit?
Maybe, or...
I think that's the dynamic. I think doctors want to hang around with some crazy motherfuckers.
I did that for many, many years, to be fair.
That's boring, man.
It's its own kind of interesting, but it's not as fun. It's not fun. It's not fun. And I did that for 30 years. And I miss it kind of a little bit, my peers and things. The way I used to collaborate and hang with, and I learned so much shit every day.
Yeah, exactly.
But I learned shit from Tom and Christina too, to be fair. To be fair, and so the humor that they bring, the honesty about their relationship, the openness, all that is what brings you in. All right, good. And what do you want your show to be about? I mean, what do you want? If people haven't seen your show yet, what are they going to get?
I mean, I have no idea what's going on. I just put a mic in front of my face and just get the ranting and talking shit.
Okay, so stop right there. Stop right there. Just so we're clear here, that's Dr. Drew After Dark he's describing. I don't quite know why he thinks he's going to be. I guess he's going to replace me or something. That's essentially what I do. So good for you. Good for you. I'm glad that we have some healthy competition.
It's a different CC. I think that's the dynamic, the yin and the yang from it. Because I mean, if a motherfucker asking me for advice, they already fucked up in the dumps. There's nothing I can tell them that's about to help them. At least people are coming to get some help from you.
Are you getting a lot of questions for advice?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I let people know, hey, there's nothing I can help you with. You already fucked up. So I just think they just want that validation.
Well, so the validation is important, right?
Yeah, because they look at me like he fucked up. So I mean, if Danny tell me I'm fucked up, then yeah, I'm fucked up.
Well, no, I feel better because I got a comrade, I've got a friend.
And then it make me feel better because I'm like, I know I'm fucked up, but I ain't that fucked up.
Schadenfreude. So okay. So good. And so do you get questions and emails, all kinds of stuff
I
get?
Same shit, yeah.
Okay, same shit I get, send them over to Danny. See the compare and contrast, and we'll get a chance to do that today. Mm-hmm. So why are you fucked up?
I ain't fucked up. That's just funny. Something funny.
Where'd you grow up?
Detroit.
You're not fucked up?
I mean, okay. Now we get into the root of things. Okay.
I got a lot of friends from Detroit, and they're amazing, but their Detroit experience fucked them up a little bit usually. So no matter where in Detroit they grew up,
because I feel like people from Detroit like we could do crazy shit that's like, I mean, a lot of people, like when you go to like a bigger city like New York or Los Angeles, like people are kind of a little more tamer because we kind of lawless. It's kind of like,
it's a little bit
so.
But what comes out of that though, in my friendships is sort of, I don't want to say extreme opinions, but like you get real clear opinions on things. Yeah. You have clear experience, clear opinions. And you're not afraid to express them.
Big cities, they all faking shit. Motherfucker have try to spare your feelings and shit. But not in Detroit, man. Motherfucker don't give a fuck. Like I remember when I first started getting popular as a rapper and shit, making money and shit, like going around the city. They still like motherfucker. So what the fuck? Like you get what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck. And but that's what I love about Detroit too.
Yeah.
Because then I go to New York and LA and I can go anywhere and everybody, loving me, showing me love and shit, getting free meals, free drinks at the bar anywhere I go. You know what I'm saying?
That's
but back home it's like, fuck no, you better buy us some free shit.
Yeah, right.
You made it out,
bring it home.
Yeah.
So tell me about your family of origin. Where'd you? What was that like? Was there?
What you mean?
Like you have two parents, one parent.
My grandma is from the Philippines. My dad's side. She actually
what?
She met my granddad. He was over there in like what's they call it, the Peace Corps or some shit during like the wartime and all that shit. So he was over there stationed over there. She was a school teacher. He brought her back to Detroit.
This is your grandmother?
My grandmother's Filipino. My grandfather's black.
Yeah.
And he's from Detroit, but he was in Philippines.
Got it. He brought her back.
Peace Corps mission shit.
Got it.
And then he brought her back, but then he ended up being like some crazy, terrible alcoholic and shit. He was beating her and shit. Gave her 2 kids. Then he died from alcohol poisoning.
Oh, that's terrible.
I mean, that's what they say.
But still,
them Asians, man. They. So yeah, I never met my granddad.
So I've known you now for about 20 minutes, and a lot of Asian humor coming out of you.
I love it. I love my Filipinos.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can do that because you're that.
That's my homies.
Yeah. So your grandfather has 2 kids. Which one is one of your...
He had 2 kids. So my dad was the oldest, then my uncle.
Okay, so your dad.
Yeah. And then my mom's side, straight Detroit hood shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Her mom had like 4 kids, all different dads and shit. She had me at 18. My dad was 16.
Ooh.
So yeah, and then by the time my dad was 21, he had 4 kids.
Holy
So
shit.
imagine being 21 with 4 kids.
Can you imagine that?
Fuck no.
Yeah, thank you. Good for you.
My life will be over. I'm surprised how he made it. My dad's like one of my best friends. He's so gay. I'm like, damn, man, you really stuck it out.
And how are you avoiding? Is it condoms or what are we doing here?
I think I just actually smoked my shit up. I started smoking weed at like 13. By the time I was 18, I was just nutting smoke.
So
wasn't nothing coming out. Now that shit just be like dust. It'd be like somebody just. It looked like somebody dusting a ceiling fan. What I bust up.
So Corolla used to say when you come out, like a ghost comes out.
But no, I don't know. I got a 21-year-old.
Oh, you do have a kid. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And how's he doing? Or
No, she's actually coming up here for the holiday. She's great.
Fantastic.
She's great.
Where she live?
In Detroit. She's still in Detroit.
Got to get her out of there. And by the way, I don't want to diss Detroit.
Detroit is actually it's better.
Detroit is coming back.
It's the best. I decided to leave when it's the best it's ever been. To be honest.
Yeah, and there's lots of opportunity
it's fun
there.
As fuck. Like every time I go back home, obviously it's home, but you damn near got to fucking pry me back away from that motherfucker.
From Detroit.
Yeah,
it's good. Well, listen. Do you want to help me out with some voice messages?
Of course.
And is there anything else we need to know about you? Anything that I might be interested in? You don't sit on the edge of a toilet when you shit like Andy does or anything?
No. I rock back and forth.
Rock back and forth?
Yeah.
During the whole process?
Yeah, it makes it happen faster.
Oh, so you kind of work it out that way. Yeah, that's all right.
A little ab workout.
That's good. That's all right.
Like,
Everyone has their technique. By the way, I noticed, gentlemen, when I used the John a few minutes ago, Bert has been afoot in that bathroom because there's that is a Bert squatty potty. I recognize it anywhere.
No, it's not. No. Ryan brought that in.
For Bert. Come on.
I mean, he brought it for all of us, but
I'll tell you why I know Bert told him to get it. First time I was at Bert's old house, he told me go use the bathroom through the bedroom, like their. At which point, Leanne practically jumped in front of me. She was like, "You're not going to see that!" As I entered. And Squatty Potty is like a prominent piece of the...
she was precious about the Squatty Potty?
The whole scene in that bathroom was murder meets Squatty Potty.
Bert destroys bathrooms.
Yeah, and she was like, "No!" And I imagined, and I haven't seen this in their new house, but I'm guessing he has his own little area.
Squatty potties, man. That's crazy.
You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Okay. Squatty potty is essentially a place it's to approximate what any does, frankly, but it's to not quite get all the way up on the edge of the toilet, to bring your knees. It's just a platform for your feet, so you're sort of in a more...
Okay. A more comfortable situation.
Not comfortable, in a more, almost like a birthing chair position, so you're more naturally pushing down. Like your legs
a little
around.
Freaky, man.
It is a little freaky. I'd rather see somebody rocking, frankly, than not a squatty
freaky.
potty.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, that's rich people shit, man.
Yeah, it is. I agree, and it goes under the sort of the story people tell themselves is it's more natural. It's the way man used to do it. They'd squat out in the woods, and this is how we did it. Yeah, don't do things we used to do. It's not necessarily better, right, gentlemen?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what evolution is all about.
Thank you. Annie, use the squatty potty? No.
Do I use a squatty potty?
Do you use
I don't need to.
Don't need to.
No.
But I'm guessing what I'm asking is, would it in transitioning you back towards sort of more traditional use of the toilet seat?
Why?
No, why? I'm just asking. Do you think a squatty potty would help you kind of do that if you were motivated to get, or is that a giant leap to the squatty potty for you? You see what I'm asking? Is it totally different than what you do, or is it sort of like a step down from what you do? And if we were detoxing you from the gargoyle position,
yeah, but why?
We wouldn't do it. I would never assail your technique. But I'm saying if you were motivated to change, do you feel like a squatty potty might be sort of part of the process?
If I was motivated to change, I would just change.
You just go back. You go straight.
Yeah.
Straight to something easy.
Yeah, willpower.
Would your body? I know you and your willpower. I understand. But would you think your body would cooperate, or might you need an intermediate step?
My body cooperates with anything I tell it to do.
It's my man, Annie. You have any questions for him? Ain't nothing he can't do.
I already know.
He shits once a month. that's
Once a month?
Yeah.
No.
Twice a month.
No, I have.
He's made it that long.
I've done that like
That's crazy.
as a challenge just to be stupid, but no, that ain't like. But that ain't like regular. No, that ain't regular.
I shit like 3 times a morning.
Shit. Man.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, before you leave for work, you got to get all the business out.
It's like one regular one, then you got to do a coffee one.
Yep.
Then after, after a day of water and shit, it's coming again. Workout or something.
Yep.
He coming again.
That's okay, guys. I know Annie's.
But then I'll be good for the day. But that's the thing about me. If I don't catch that morning period, I'm fucked up all day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have an extra. I don't think I've talked about this. It's we're always trying to be open and honest here. I don't think have I ever talked to about my diverticulitis here.
Yeah, I
A little
think
bit.
you have. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I went to see a surgeon, and I'm sort of trying to figure this shit out because this reality show I did that you'll be hearing about in the wintertime sort of got involved with that and fucked me up a little bit. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to have a surgery to get this shit out. And the guy was like, we don't really want to do that because the surgeries fail 20% of the time and blah, 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 blah. So they put me on a protocol of more bulk to get more going in the morning and a stimulant to get things through. So I have to go in the morning now. Yeah. And it cleared it up. So there are, we make a lot of fun of, people worry that Andy's going to hurt himself. Not with a normal bowel, but if you have stuff like I've got, which is not really, as you get older, shit can happen. It becomes a different story. Shitting all the time. You have to shit all the time. That's right.
Oh, I remember I used to drink lean. I used to be constipated as fuck all the time, man. That's how I knew when I knew I had an addiction. Because I would drink lean all day, then take a laxative at night. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You taking laxative just to do drugs? Like, this is crazy.
That's some of the that's some of the least adjustment I've seen.
Taking X-Lax at night, drinking lean all day, then taking X-Lax.
That's some of the least adjustments I've seen people make to manage their drugs. I got to tell you,
that's stupid though.
So, do you think you were addicted, or we just
definitely addicted? Definitely addicted. Lean is one of the most addictive drugs in the world because it's a craving.
Yeah,
and it's a taste. You're not actually like addicted. Like the high is, and you can get that high from anything, but the actual taste of it. Once you taste it, and then you ain't got it, you be just sitting around, your whole mouth will just feel it in your mouth. You just tasting like, oh, I need it so bad. And you go find it.
But you were able just to stop.
Yeah, because it got too expensive. Shit, it wasn't necessarily that. I couldn't afford this shit no more. I was like, fuck, I can't be doing this.
Well, it's interesting because
then it was harder and harder to find too. So that was another thing.
Did you have to replace it with something else?
No, I kind of just went. I mean, I guess
nicotine,
alcohol probably.
Is alcohol out of control for you, or is it?
It was. I mean, I'm actually just. I stopped drinking like a month ago. It's been only a month.
Okay, so you're in this stage. Whatever your biology is at this point for you. You haven't lost. You kind of lose control, but you can get it back under control.
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah.
So you got to be careful because there's if you have that tendency, you will eventually get to the point where this thing gets thrown and you can't control it.
No,
anymore.
I've been with all of them.
But you have controlled it. So
yeah, but I'm saying all of them. This would be the drinking probably be the last one. Like Coke, I beat it. Xanax, I beat it. Adderall, I beat it. Lean, I beat it.
But be careful.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going nowhere else. Like, what am I gonna do next? Heroin? Crack? No. I'm stopped there. Now I'm gonna still do some Molly here and there. That's just because that's just a party situation. You feel what I'm saying?
And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. You all know BetterHelp Online Therapy. I've been talking about them for a long time. I've sent family, friends, patients. I've been very pleased with the professionals that they offer. And people look, we take care of a lot of things. We take care of our body. We take care of our cars. We need to take care of our minds. You know how I am about that. Mental health is a key ingredient in our overall health. Pay attention to it. BetterHelp is a great way to do that. And with BetterHelp, you don't have to worry about, stigma or running into somebody in a waiting room or anything like that. It's all online. And BetterHelp, as I said, it's online therapy. They have video, phone, even live chat only therapy sessions. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. So stigma, It's more affordable than in-person therapy. You can be matched with your therapist in under 48 hours, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/afterdark. That is better, HELP.com/afterdark. Saying goodbye to high-interest credit card debt is the first step to financial independence, but the interest month after month can feel like you're in a hamster wheel. That is where Upstart comes in. We've all been there. Out of nowhere, you get hit by something unexpected. Luckily, Upstart is here to help. Upstart powered personal loans can help you pay down high interest debt, all online with simple and easy to understand payment terms. Upstart has helped over 1.8 million customers on their path to financial freedom. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, Upstart can help you get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. That's the cool part. You know when you're done. Upstart knows you're more than just your credit score, so rather than looking at your credit score alone, Upstart's model considers other factors like your income, employment, and other information provided in your loan application to find you a smarter rate for your loan. You can check your rate in just minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000 without impacting your credit score. I'm going to have to tell Susan for our remodel. We got to get on this. You can even receive those funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. Don't wait and check your rate today at upstart.com/Dr. Drew. That is upstart.com/Dr. Drew to check your rate today. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. So go to upstart.com/Dr. Drew.
And maybe some acid or some DMT and shit, but you ain't doing that shit every day, though. You know what I'm saying? We talk about drugs you would do every day.
And let me be clear, he's actually making real sense because although those drugs are not addictive, all right. I think you mentioned Molly sometimes, but really never. And the problem isn't that you're going to get addicted to one of those things. The problem is you're going to go, oh, why don't I just do this too? And then that's going to be the problem.
No, I've done it a lot. I've done all those.
I'm just saying. Just mark my words.
I've done them enough to be like,
mark my words.
Like right now, if somebody was like, I'd be like, I don't want to do that shit right now. You have to be like in a certain mental state.
I get it. You're all good right now, but all I'm saying is just mark these words.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I can say I'm good, but shit, if motherfucker whip out an 8-ball right now, I'm gonna do a bump. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I ain't did no coke in months, but I don't know if I can say no.
And that is some of the problem, staying stopped, right?
I mean, you just got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
That's the first step. You get what I'm saying? Being honest with yourself.
Yeah, I'm honest. I'm gonna use as much shit as I can.
Like it's drink here. I ain't grab no drink. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, but you're not hearing me quite yet, which is.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely hearing you. I ain't doing shit. I'm telling you.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you can do whatever you do. It's all good. But you got to be careful as it gets going, because you flirt with these things that get out of control, and then you get them out of control.
Yeah.
There is a point where you can't anymore.
I know. I've been there.
You haven't, because you got it under control.
No,
right?
I moved to Texas to get away from the coke.
Whatever, you did it. You got it under control, and you're
then all that fentanyl shit. Then all that fentanyl shit is what scares you too. You
it should be.
That's
it's
one
in
of those
everything,
things that's
man.
like, oh shit, I ain't.
It's in everything.
Yeah, I know. They saying it's some weed now, but
oof. Really?
Smoking fentanyl weed. I wouldn't doubt it.
Fuck now. Yeah, but you get it from the dispensaries and stuff, right? Don't you?
Yeah, but see, man, these dispensaries be getting motherfucking extorted and shit too. The motherfucking cartel kick they dough in and tell them you gotta sell this shit or you ain't selling nothing.
Really?
And some of that weed you be buying be they shit. It don't be what they be saying.
Is that really happening?
I mean.
You may be down in Texas because we're close to the border from here. Right? That's crazy shit.
It seems about right.
All right. Let's get some voice messages. Come on, let's do this.
Hey, Dr. Drew in the booth, boys. This is Jake from Austin. I was just calling to ask your opinion on something. Basically, I'm not a heavy drinker. I drink maybe a cocktail 3 nights out of the week, and there's some times where I'll just go completely without it. But when I have those cocktails, a lot of times I feel this kind of soreness in my knees and my arms with a little bit of tingling sensation. Is there something wrong there? Should I cut alcohol out? From what I've looked at, heavy drinkers will feel that, and it means nerve damage. I don't think that's what's going on, but any insight would be helpful. Thanks. You bet I'm coming up in May.
Jake, I just think you're probably hyperventilating or something when I don't know why you would do that when you drink, but
it sounds like you got diabetes.
Well, diabetes and alcohol, that's absolutely, you're absolutely.
I mean, them cocktails and shit, all them sugar being cocktails.
You're absolutely correct. That was the other option, that there may be something metabolically going on, so he need to be checked out to make sure. But it'd be low probability that this is anything significant. Yes, if you're drinking a shit ton, you can get all those kinds of problems. No question about it. But just when you say 3 days a week, some cocktails, I mean, unless you're drinking a bottle of vodka, I don't think there's an issue here. You agree with me? Danny, we're good? Mm-hmm. We're good? Agree?
Yeah.
All right, next.
Hey, Dr. Hitler. I'm smoking a bowl right now, and I was thinking about the caller who was talking about what happens when you burp. Because I just burped, but when I burped, smoke came out. So was there smoke in my stomach tube, or I don't know, man. You know, I'm just wondering. I burped and smoke came out. I think a good amount of smoke came out with the burp.
Interesting.
So let me know what's going on.
All right.
Piss on me, beat me. You bet I'm coming up in May.
You bet.
You know, I'm home here now. Try it out.
Try it out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, Danny? Where's that come
I've
from?
had that happen before.
Yeah.
I just think that's from smoking a lot. He just probably smokes a lot.
Well, it can come from two places, right? That when you smoke, you can swallow a little bit of air, and that stuff can get in your stomach. So what do we do when we burp, right? We burp, which is air coming out of your stomach. That could have some smoke. But then after you burp, you typically go, right? You blow out after. It's like, bleh. And that blowing out, there can be some pulmonary reserve that you get to. There may be something sitting out there, but it seems weird that it'd be, unless you just smoked recently. But again,
yeah, it'd be like during smoking. And I'm not saying like now if that happened like hours after you smoked, then yeah, I'm going to get checked out.
Yeah, you'd be worried about that. So, all right, next question.
Hey, Dr. Drew.
Hey.
This is Derek from Iowa. I am 23. So I have a question about my drinking. So I would consider myself probably an alcoholic. I drink probably about like every night, like months straight. But I think I do it because I have like ADHD. I've gone to multiple doctors. But it's like the only way I can get myself to fall asleep, or else my brain will just keep running and running. You know, whether I want to drink or not, I'll drink. But basically my question is, I just recently purchased a house, and I've been letting my girlfriend stay with me, and I have noticed that the withdrawals I would have before when I'm alone is like my teeth would hurt, which I think is really strange. I would get the typical shaky, I'd feel weak. But when my girlfriend stays and I'm not alone, I have zero withdrawals, which I think is strange because I feel like you should at least have some of it, but I don't know. Just curious what you'd think, and I have no sign-off, so thanks.
No sign up. What do you say?
Shit, he sounded like he was drunk right there.
Well, he probably is using a lot of the time. It's true.
Yeah, if you're drinking a bottle at night, because I remember, I mean, drinking is the hardest. Like I say, you talking about it, the drinking is the hardest one to beat, I would say, because it's everywhere you go.
Right.
Like, I don't even like going out, or like my girl want to go out to a restaurant or something, because I'm scared I might just fall back and have a drink. You know what I'm saying? So I would say drinking is the hardest out of everything.
It's everywhere. It's all around. It's everywhere.
But yeah, as far as that,
and by the way, the whole world's, what's the problem? You just learn how to control yourself.
Yeah. And I feel like just with the whole COVID lockdown shit, people just started drinking more. A lot of people became alcoholics during that time.
Oh boy. So how'd you do during COVID?
I was stressed out like a motherfucker.
Did you get it?
What? Did I get what?
COVID.
Like twice.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And bad any of the times?
The first time actually I was supposed to come out here, and then I was sick for like 2 weeks, I want to say. But yeah, it was real bad. But I was like, fuck, I thought I was going to die because, you know, they say you smoke and shit. So I just was smoking the whole time. Like, fuck it. If I'm going out, I'm going to go out like a G.
Nice.
But the second time I caught it wasn't that bad.
Are you trying to stop smoking now?
No.
Okay. So is that nicotine or weed?
No, this weed.
Okay. All right. Okay. And so are you sort of dosing all day with the?
I just do this because I'm here.
Because for this, it's your podcast.
I have a shit ton of these just around the house and shit. But I don't to smoke real marijuana.
What kind of weed is in? Oh, that's different than real. What?
This is like an oil. I mean, you know, this is weed, but you know, I mean, I like the actual process of rolling it up.
The whole thing.
That's.
It's interesting. There are people that like that and people that don't.
No,
like
these
that.
get you high as fuck. But you know, I'm from the old school, man. I like the actual ritual. I like the socialness of it. You know.
Yeah. How old were you when you first started smoking weed? 13. 13. And do you remember the first time you got high?
Yeah.
What'd you think of weed that first time? Not the first time you used it, but the first time you got high.
I mean, my mom smoked weed with me my entire life, as long as I know. So it's been a few times where she might have drifted off and left a joint in the ashtray, and me being a bad kid, pick it up and take a couple puffs, and I'd be sitting around like, fuck. Next thing you know, fucking Doritos and shit up. You know what I'm saying? So I always kind of, I knew as a kid I always was gonna smoke. Like when I was, I decided to smoke weed. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I hustled up some cutting grass money. I told because my homies was already smoking weed and shit. I'm like, fuck that. I'm about to weed today. I'm smoking. And then I smoked, and then my mom, she's so crazy. I came back to the crib. She knew I was high. She's like, "You high?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was, whatever." She's like, "You better share." I'm like,
"Oh my gosh, wow!"
So then I was smoking with my mom after that.
And so, do you remember the first time you were exposed to it?
I never remember not being exposed to it.
Did you get high the first few times you used it?
Hell yeah!
Right away, you started getting high. And do you remember what you thought about the drug once you got high?
I was like, I really was underwhelmed to be
underwhelmed.
I was like, this it? Like this it?
At any
I was
point,
a little like, I mean,
Did any
I
point-
think I was probably my mom I was probably chemically off or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it
like
just made
just
me
like
normal.
Derek. Like Derek. He's
Yeah.
complaining he's got an underlying
It
problem.
made me normal. I
And,
feel like.
do you have ADHD, you think? Because that's a common...
I think I gave myself ADHD by taking too much Adderall.
How much Adderall do you use?
I mean, I used to, but I'm saying I'm still fucked up from it. I took Adderall for years.
As a treatment or just...
No, just the right reps.
And did it help you focus?
Oh, I made great albums.
But could you do more work? Could you focus better when you took the Adderall?
In the beginning.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I knew it was getting out of control because then I'd be taking it. I would be working on no music. I'd just be fucking getting high, texting bitches and shit, fucking around. Like it turned to like meth or some crazy shit. I know.
That's what happens.
I know.
And did you get paranoid?
I mean, because I was started getting drunk with it.
Ooh.
That's what it was. And the first, like, if you just do Adderall by itself, and then but if you start drinking liquor with that, you might as well be doing cocaine at that point. It's kind of the same shit.
It's sort of a speedball.
You get horny and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't even get hard now.
Right.
Just horny and gummy worms.
Do you ever
Horny
take
with a gummy worm.
the PDE5s, the blue pills?
I used to get Viagra's all the time.
Yeah, to compensate for those.
Yeah.
Interesting. But what's interesting to me is the X-Lax was one step too far, but the Viagra just part of the process.
I mean, I want to show off. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. At no
I was
point,
taking Viagra normally. I just take them because I was wearing skinny jeans.
but understand that at no point did you say to yourself, "Shit, I'm taking this Viagra to deal with these drugs. I got to stop doing these drugs." While the X-Lax got through to you.
Yeah, I mean because Viagra. Yeah, I mean, it was 50. I mean, I stopped taking the Viagra because I couldn't get them no more. It's getting expensive.
They are expensive. Yeah.
I was paying like $1,500 for a script.
What?
Yeah.
For how many?
It was over 100.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it was a lot. It used to be a lot.
That's actually, I think they're like $20 a pill.
Yeah, it used to be a lot of them. I used to cop. I have a tour coming up.
Did you take the 100 milligrams or the 50? Do you know?
I think it used to be the 100s.
100.
My heart used to be going crazy.
Yeah.
There have been a few times I was laying in the bed like, God, don't let it end this way.
Did you?
Not with this bitch looking at the bed like, no, they gonna all laugh at me over this. This how it is? No, please. This is embarrassing. And you know what used to save me? Weed. I'd just be sitting in the bed naked as hell, smoking joint after joint, like, And it'll bring me back every time. So I always respect the weed, man.
Bring you back from what?
The beating heart fast.
Oh, I see.
Like,
You calm me
doing
down.
cokes, doing
I see.
drinking liquor, not eating and shit, fucking taking Viagra's, fucking and shit.
So you didn't die in front of somebody that would be humiliating.
Oh yeah, it would have been humiliating if I died in front of them bitches.
Why?
Because they was terrible.
Why? In what sense?
I mean, just like they were me. They were broken individuals. You could just see it in their eyes. It wasn't nobody you would walk and hold hands with in public. That's for damn sure. It was only sneaky creeps, sneaky links. That's the one you let in the back door. You know what I'm saying? You tell her park in the alley.
Got it. These guys seem to know who you're talking about.
I mean, they probably been through it before.
Been to her. Interesting.
I mean, been through it. Like, everybody have been horny before.
I get
when
it.
you just lost like that, man. When you don't care about yourself, when you don't love yourself like that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You don't care.
No, and that's the drugs.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, you might one day want to do something a little more comprehensive.
What you mean?
Like really get serious about not using at some point.
I am. What do you mean? I don't do shit, bro. I swear
Except
to
the
God.
Molly and the DHT and the
That's
acid.
every blue moon.
and the alcohol
literally-
once in a while.
That's like literally every blue moon.
All right.
I don't think I never want to drink again. I think that was the worst.
The
The
point is,
I know of it. I mean, you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'm talking about not the way that was. You know what I'm saying?
if it comes back like that again, you might want to do something a little different to make
I
sure
don't
it
think
doesn't
so.
come back.
Because I know how I am. I know how I am.
All right.
All it takes me is one time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get, because I think to myself, like, what's the worst outcome? Like, drinking, I feel like I can go to jail.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
scared as fuck of jail. I already did that.
Or you
know
could
what I'm
die
saying?
next to that bitch. You could-
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that too. But I know me, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really, like, drinking. I feel like I think to myself, like, what's the one thing I can probably, like, really get in trouble for?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's probably drinking, being drunk in public one day. Shit can happen.
Yeah. So let's get back to Derek, 23 from Iowa. So Derek, really, people drink for a million reasons, right? ADHD, can't sleep, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter why you started to drink. Now you have a second problem. It's called alcoholism, and that needs its own treatment. And you should go get treatment for your sleep disorder. I don't know that that's ADHD even, though people with addiction commonly have ADHD, and you can't use the Adderall to treat it if you're an addict. Danny's told you exactly what happens with people that are given Adderall and have alcoholism. So listen, you should get a sleep specialist, and maybe raise your hand at a meeting and ask for help if you're ready. All right, next one, voice message.
Hey, Dr. Drew, it's Hayden. So I take Adderall every day.
Oh, boy.
And, when I wake up, I take it. And within about an hour, I have 2 browns, all right?
Yeah.
It's like the most ungodly, unholy shit you've ever seen in your entire life, and it just flies out. Why is this, and is there any way to, like, prevent this? Keep my mind tight.
Prevent it. What do you say?
I mean, that's normal, especially like with Molly too. Like, you ever go to a festival porta potty? You could just see everybody just squirting everywhere. Ain't nobody aiming.
So interestingly, so here's the deal. So stimulants, meth, Molly, Adderall, which is dextroamphetamine, that's what the generic name of Adderall is, are all stimulants, and they stimulate your bowels as well as everything else. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, it's like caffeine is kind of an indirect stimulant. Caffeine actually releases adenosine, which is a downregulator. So you take away the downregulator and you get the feeling of caffeine.
It's kind of a good thing, though, because once you do it, it's lit after that.
Once you've had your shit.
Yeah, once you're like, it's about to go down now.
You're fully done. Yeah. No, it is a stimulant. What's interesting is cocaine can go the other way.
I mean, they be putting them laxatives in it and shit, too, though.
That's
Sometimes
true.
They be cutting it and shit. That's how I be knowing.
But I don't know.
What? I just did a bump and I got to take a shit? What the fuck is going on?
And sometimes that does happen. Sometimes cocaine will do that, but sometimes cocaine can be constipating as well. So, all right, Adderall every day. Why don't we look into that problem, Peyton? Maybe that's the issue.
I mean, if he's prescribed it.
I can't tell you how many people are prescribed and should not.
And they shouldn't even.
Oh, my God, especially Adderall. God damn, I bet you were prescribed it.
No, I've never.
You could have been. It would have been easy. Oh. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, what do we got next?
Hey, Hitlers, this is Jake. I want to better describe my issues. So I am a ex-pothead. I used to smoke about a quarter ounce a day of weed. Not so good. And now I'm currently an alcoholic, and I have breathing issues when I'm not drinking. So wondering if old Drew Pants could give me any advice on that. And best believe I'm coming up in May. I'm trying to keep feathering it, and love you guys.
Thank you.
Love what you're doing on the show, and keep it high and tight.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, bye-bye.
We will. So what do you think?
I mean, he traded for a worse situation.
That's right. But you've been talking about how you trade back and forth too, and you learned that it's worse with alcohol, and then maybe he's learning that
I'm
too.
always with the weed though. I'm never giving. That's my baby.
All right.
I'm saying Mary Jane. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? That
I understand you, which is what I was.
A quarter ounce is not even that much.
But which is what's interesting. That's what I was questioning you about before. It sounds like you love pot.
Yeah, definitely.
Love it.
Yeah.
Did you always love it?
I mean, I'd be thinking to myself, like, man, you're 40 years old, man. You could probably quit smoking blunt after blunt. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I mean, it's just like a part of my life, man. It's like drinking water. It's
Did you love it from the beginning?
Yes.
Loved, yeah.
Yes.
See, that's the thing about people that smoke weed regularly. They just fucking love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the same reaction. When I first started hearing that, I thought, oh, this is different. Because I wish I loved it. It'd be interesting, but I don't.
I mean, like, 'cause I guess some people, you smoke it and they feel like paranoid and
that's more of my zone.
Yeah, but that's just like the beginning. You get over that. You gotta keep going. That's what everything.
In college, I was around a bunch of guys who smoked a lot of weed, and that was their position. And they bore down on me for like 2 weeks, made me smoke a shit ton of weed, and it made everything 100 times worse.
That's what I want. I want the weed that make me paranoid. That's how I know when I got some good shit. Like just a pack. Look at that shit made me feel like I was a teenager again.
But you get high also. I don't get really high from it, which is weird.
I mean, I don't think I do too. Because I literally smoke all. I mean, but it's kind of more tame than when it's actually been as I've been getting older and older. Because I used to smoke blunts and backwoods and all that shit. Now I'm just.
What's a backwoods? I don't know what that is.
It's like a natural tobacco leaf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I used to smoke those, which is pretty much like smoking a cigarette too.
Yeah.
You smoke a tobacco leaf in the blunt. So I mean, now I just smoke joints, which is good.
And you're
yeah, but this is only when I go in public. This is like my inhaler.
so if you
good for my anxiety, man. That's what it is. Weed helps my anxiety.
There's the backwoods.
Yeah, that's the backwoods.
Yeah.
Backwoods are terrible though. Don't smoke those.
They're like, is that this straight tobacco right into your lungs, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they are better than those like Swisher Sweets and all those flavor blunts and all that shit. Cause I remember I used to go on tour and I used to smoke those and I'd go on stage every night and I'd be coughing up green shit. But when I started smoking backwoods, I wouldn't have that problem.
So you went for it.
It did, but then after I started smoking joints and I was real good, you know?
So we'll get back to Jake and his alcohol. So the shortness of breath is probably related to alcohol withdrawal. When you're in alcohol withdrawal, you can feel all kinds of funny things, palpitation, shortness of breath, like the flu. And once again, there's stuff to be done if you're ready to stop. You're obviously dependent on it. Alcohol, think about alcohol. You've mentioned a couple times that it's worse than everything else. And let me pile on that. Not only is it available everywhere, everyone tells you it's not a big deal. You should be able to control it. And when you can't, it's really, really hard to control. But carcinogen to most tissue, especially carcinogenic to your head and neck area if you have HPV and you smoke. You're gonna get esophageal cancer or head and neck cancer. It's gonna happen. It's cancer carcinogenic to just about everything except maybe the kidneys. And the increases your breast cancer, stomach cancer, everything goes up. And it causes dementias. It's not good for your brain. What else can I say bad about it? I mean, it's just this weird drug that we've used throughout human history that we just endorse. But it's the only drug that you withdraw from. You can die easily. Alcohol withdrawal deaths are not uncommon.
I don't think I ever had alcohol withdrawal, though. I mean, I probably did, I just don't know what it is.
Some people don't have much withdrawal, particularly when you're younger. Particularly when you're younger.
I would be hungover like that's what it is. You know, I think as older I started to get, and I would get worse and worse hangovers. Like that's the real main reason why I definitely don't want to drink, because I could just think about that hangover now.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes I drink so much I'd be hungover for like 3 days, man.
Hangover is essentially drug withdrawal. It's alcohol withdrawal.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. And then sometimes you're like, oh, here are the dog. I might as well have another drink.
Well, that's why
next thing you know, you're in this endless fucking loop.
Right, and that's why it stops, because you stop the withdrawal by taking that's some of this right there. We have
anxiety. I think I just have anxiety normally.
Headache, nausea, vomiting. You know, and then seizure. You can have seizuring. You can have confusion. You can get really sick, and it suppresses your immune functions. You get weird. Well, delirium tremens is potentially fatal. Yeah, hallucinations. Alcohol hallucinosis is very common, and hallucinations around alcohol. You know, the pink elephants that people sort of made fun of. Actually, the more common alcohol withdrawal is like small animals and bugs. It's called formication. Actually, you get
that's like smoking crack. Fuck that.
Yeah. That's the whole point. And this is a drug that has really, really. I remember I had a woman. God, she was about 75 years old, and she went into withdrawal, and she was seeing water spouts and small dogs everywhere, like water breaking out of the ground. Isn't that weird?
Fuck.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a bad drug, and we endorse it. And why we vilify weed and we endorse alcohol? That's stupid shit, right?
I mean, because it makes you lazy and shit. That's what they always said.
Whatever.
It's unproductive.
The point is,
motherfuckers work drunk. You'll do more shit drunk, probably.
Well, you're also getting fights and stuff too when you're drunk, and you won't do that so much with weed.
Yeah, of course.
But the fact that we have a notion of good drugs and bad drugs.
Yeah, it's all bad. It's all fucked up.
It's all fucked up,
yeah.
Or it's not. It's whatever. It's and thinking good and bad is the wrong way to go.
No, weed is still fucked up.
All right, we've got some horrible or hilarious clips here for you before I go to my emails. I was anxious to get some of these emails done, but let's see a horrible or hilarious.
All that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's
horrible, man.
That's sort of hilarious.
Oh.
Because here's why he didn't hit his head. I always get it's horrible when they hit their head. Then it's horrible, or their neck. But he is completely inappropriately garbed. So whatever happens to him is on him.
Yeah, he was down with it.
He's scraping himself up for sure.
That's why I don't drink Monster Energy drinks.
And
man.
I think there's a broken arm in there. I think we got a broken arm in there somewhere. I think so.
That's that Monster Energy drink shit.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, see another one? I don't think that's horrible. I think it's a lesson.
Oh, no,
this is horrible. What the hell? Can the guy just not stop?
No, he said, fuck you, bitch. This murder.
What the hell?
That nigga's committing man.
Does he not know they're there? Or
no, he know.
Come on.
He has to.
How?
He has a fucking rearview mirror. What the fuck? He could see that car hanging off the side of his fucking truck.
And how did the car get under there, man?
Here's some info that I have. 19-year-old Lalisha Gardner is the one who was trapped. She was changing lanes in her small Honda when she collided with the transport truck and became caught beneath its trailer. This happened in Chicago.
That's all we get? We don't get when did they stop? How did it
let's
end?
see. Aftermath is police temporarily closed 2 lanes of the highway as the accident was cleared. But yeah, it looks like no one was hurt.
Wow.
Her life was flashing before her eyes.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, my God.
She definitely, oh, man.
Yeah,
that's
she waved goodbye to it.
It looks like they're trying to stop. Look at her. She's moving around in there. Oh, boy. Oh, that's horrible.
I would have panicked.
Horrible, and yet
shit.
turned out
I would have
fine.
died in that situation because I would have panicked. I would have tried to get out the back door. Like, I'm getting up out of this.
You would have jumped out of the moving vehicle, and the truck would have rolled right over you.
It would eventually had to come to a slow stop or something.
Yeah.
Why somebody didn't pull in front of him and like try to make him stop?
Excellent point. I like how you're thinking. I like that. I like this.
But
Danny.
that's Chicago.
I like this
though.
Danny dude.
That is Chicago though, because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers was watching that. Look what they did. Pull their phone out and start recording.
Have you noticed?
That's what I hate about this shit.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've noticed some
Instead of trying to help you pull out your phone and get a TikTok.
I have noticed people expressing glee when they bring their phone out when other people are in like
going through
serious
terrible
trouble.
shit. Yes.
Terrible shit's going on. They're like,
because they ready to go viral. They like, oh shit, my account about to be cracking.
It's horrible, right? That's horrible. All right, give me another one. This one is horrible. Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus.
This one.
Oh, no. What is he out of his mind?
He's putting fingers inside the lion's mouth.
What is he?
Look at them. They just recording and smiling.
Oh, my God.
Why no one's trying to help?
Oh, my God. Somebody at least poke the lion.
I mean, throw a rock at the gate.
He got a finger. He got a finger.
Yeah, he got.
Oh.
Yeah, that's funny.
No.
That's what his dumbass get.
He is a dumbass, but it's horrible.
I know. That's
people are that much
hilarious.
of a dumbass. Hilarious.
That's hilarious, man, because that's what his dumbass get. Anytime I see people getting fucked up by a caged animal, that was your fault. I mean, you already know you're going through some shit. The nigga caged up.
What in the world would motivate him to put his fingers
You think
in?
he want to be hanging in a cage?
Or was he trying to impress those girls that had the cameras out? Is that the deal? Or was it...
I mean, he probably grew up with lions and shit from Africa or some shit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we don't have too much background info, but it does seem
Is
like
that
he
a
works
zoo?
there.
Was that a
He
zoo?
works there?
I mean, that's what it kind of looks like to me.
No.
No, you think he's just a
You might
patron?
be right. You might be right.
I think anybody that would work there would know better.
The way he acting is like he fucked with his animal. Ah, fuck! That was his reaction. He taking it like a G though. His bones is just crushing.
Yes. Yes. Remember I talked about
I mean, good for him though.
Good for him?
Yeah, that
The
he was
lion?
able to stick. I would have just fainted. I would have just dropped right on the spot. He would have been able to take my whole arm. You know what I'm saying? My whole shit would have been hanging through the motherfucker, man.
Ooh. Okay, another one. Here, another one.
All right, onto the lane of animals.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Come here, bitch. Come on, you want some too?
All right, I like the way.
You want some too?
Oh,
he going for a motherfucking single leg.
He's gonna get
He
it.
going for a single leg, this motherfucker.
Oh, I like
Got
that.
you, bitch.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
he just wants to hug him. Oh, I like. Wait a minute. There are other.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Well, how does this one end?
He touched me through the fence.
That is the title of the horrible or hilarious that we are watching today.
But that is.
He's touching him through the fence.
I think he tried to get jiggy. It looked like he's about to stick his finger
But
up
listen,
his ass any
I
minute.
see.
That's what I think. You try to get jiggy. You trying to get close. Come here, bitch. Ugh. That's what that was. That's
I know.
hilarious.
My head doesn't.
I
go
mean,
there.
it's that's horrible because
It's
that
hilarious.
wasn't consent.
It's hilarious.
He a little aggressive, man.
The
Yeah,
orangutans
aggressive.
aren't known for consenting. Wait a minute. but back to the. I saw 4 hands.
Yeah, that was his foot.
I
Yeah,
see,
that's what
the
I'm
foot.
saying. You don't want to get caught in that
He's
jujitsu
using
right
everything. Wow.
there. That's look, monkey jujitsu. Boom, get it. Get this.
Wow. Look at that.
Next, I just swear, look.
There come the
He
legs.
he could just rip his balls off if he wanted to.
Yo, he could, and
Yeah,
that's what they.
just
That's what
grab
they
your
do.
ball, huh?
That's what they
Take
do.
this.
The
Yeah.
chimpanzees are known for doing that.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with no motherfucker.
Oof, they are so strong, dude. Can you imagine?
Yes, I know. My homie, my homie had a monkey when I was back in my drug dealing days. He thought it was cool. He bought him a chain and everything. He used to be in the club popping bottles and shit.
Chimpanzee or
It was like, it was a monkey.
like with the big tail.
He used to have a diaper on and shit. Yeah, one of them monkeys. But he used to have a chain. He had his own chain. He used to have bottles and shit. He used to bring them into nightclubs and shit. Bitches used to be all like, oh, the monkey.
Oh, wow.
But he tore his house up, though. That's why he got rid of him.
There's chimps. Yeah, they are violent when they want to be, especially the older ones.
I bet you motherfuckers in Detroit know what I'm talking about, too. That was back in the day. This niggas be walking around with a monkey.
They know that guy.
Yeah, with the chain on.
Yeah, there is a weird. What is it with men and like bringing parrots, cockatiels, or primates with them? They use them to try to attract women. Clearly,
that's midlife crisis shit.
Yeah, they're older, right? They're usually older guys.
Yeah, that's like me with this earring. You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, the earring's fine.
That's how you're going through it.
Earring's fine. Are you having a midlife crisis?
Sometimes I think I am.
In what way?
Because I'm like, I know I'm old, but I don't feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess I'm a rare case. I'm not gonna say a rare case, but it's just that I'm one of those. I don't do nothing different than I haven't grown since I was 18 years old. I do the exact same shit.
Do you think that's the weed? Maybe sort of.
I mean, yeah, I just smoke weed, play video games, and write raps. I mean, thank God I was able to make a career out of that.
Right. So you don't.
That's the American dream.
In an interesting way, you don't have to grow up.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So that's why it's cool.
So as long as you like are emotionally sort of okay, like you're not.
That's saying as long as I'm self-aware about it.
Well, because
I try to. I try to grow up. I try to do grown.
Like I would
shit.
not want to be 18 still. I did not like that. I was not good at 18.
Just as far as the sexual relation part.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The other part is relationships.
Yeah.
If they're still sort of 18-year-old functioning, that's not so good.
No, I wouldn't be able to deal with life. Me at 18, I was retarded. Well, I don't want to say that word, but y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, ta-ta.
Yeah,
and
I was a little slow. I wasn't really. I seemed touched.
But so your relationships have improved. You're better at conducting a.
No, I wouldn't say that.
So that's the risk.
I'm still struggling with. Yeah,
that's the risk.
I'm just now learning. I'm now realizing that I have to be a lot more mature in my relationships.
Right.
Which seems like what? What the fuck you mean?
So really, you have to worry about your finances. You able to be mature with your finances?
Oh man, that's big
the
deal.
other place.
Yeah.
Okay. So relationship,
all of the above,
all the adult stuff.
All of the above.
Well, but it's interesting that
I will say. I mean, the thing is, that I would say me that I have a lot of good people in my corner.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my team, like my management, my accountants, and all that shit. And they got me at an early stage, which was great. So I wouldn't be able to fuck up too much.
So they protect you.
I still fucked up. But yeah, I'm not just, not fucked up on 6th Street smoking meth type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever want to change and grow up more?
It's too late.
No, it's not. No, it's not because you said it yourself. You said it yourself. It's sort of a midlife crisis.
Because I don't know what that means.
Growing up, because you've never done it.
I mean, what does that mean? What would growing up be for me?
I don't know you well enough to know, but it's an interesting question.
What does that mean?
I'm guessing it would mean dealing differently with the substances.
I mean, I ain't been doing shit.
I'm just saying.
I know how you feel. I know what you feel.
Yeah. Number 2, you'd have to sort of work on your relationships and be wanting to work on them, that kind of thing. Number 3, you might think about, what it means. It may not mean that much. You may already sort of be there in an interesting way, right? Mm-hmm. You may feel kind of like you're 18 because you do that kind of work and you're still smoking a lot of weed and stuff, but you may not be that far from adulthood.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. If an actual 18 was to hang out with me, they'd be like, oh, this nigga older than a motherfucker. It wouldn't be entertaining for them at all. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
So,
I do.
Like when younger motherfuckers hang around me, they're like, no, this nigga old as hell. So it ain't like, that's just probably me in my head.
You do see, you have very youthful, I could not guess your age.
Oh, shit. I'm 41.
I could have guessed somewhere between 23 and 42.
God damn it. No, I'm trying to buy cigarettes and a lady at the counter asked me for my ID. I was like, oh shit, that's not just got this haircut. I was like, oh shit, it's lit.
It's not
back.
a bad thing.
I'm back. But come on, I ain't no fucking 18.
No, not 18. But,
like, goddamn, bitch,
you could be in your 20s.
That's tight.
Yeah.
But that's that black don't crack shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Ain't that Filipino?
Yeah,
you throw that mix in it.
Yeah, that's good. Good mix. All right, here we go. Vasectomy question. I had a vasectomy March 25th last year. Wasn't completely numb to my left testicle. I had a nice pinch when he cut the left deferent. Great. 3 days later, I found a mass attached to the top of my left testicle. I developed one on the right testicle as well. It went away. Still have the mass on my left. My urologist says it's not uncommon, but didn't explain what it is exactly. I inspect my nuts often, and I know it wasn't there before the surgery. It's just a cyst, essentially. It's sometimes a varicocele or something like that, or spermatocele. These little cysts can grow. They're not uncommon. Acyclovir for life. I joined the type 2 genital herpes club nearly 10 years ago. Thanks, Tinder. I have been taking a cyclovir to suppress outbreaks for the majority of the time since. I've been with the same partner for about 8 years. Again, thanks, Tinder. I find that if I'm off a cyclovir for long enough, I will get an outbreak. I remember reading about the first outbreak being the worst. That is true. And over time, they get less and less. That is true. But I'm starting to think that's just something they tell new members of the club to give them hope. Will I be taking these pills till I'm dead? Fuck, you guys are doing good. Come down later for moose soup. Moose soup? Is he in Canada or something? Tom?
No. That's a show reference. Come down later for moose soup.
I don't know that. What the hell's the matter with me?
Yeah, I mean,
you guys haven't showed me that one?
we have. It's a very old one.
Okay. By the way, I bought Christina a bunch of Barbies for her birthday.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I hope she brings them in.
Are they handicapped?
Well, the Ken is just glassing. He has a binoculars.
Okay.
And one of the Barbie, we gave her a Barbie with like a unicorn, and it's very oddly sexual.
Oh, like non-binary Barbie or
Oh
something?
no, she's a full female Barbie with a unicorn Pegasus. You'll see. Hopefully
Very cool. I'm sure she loves it.
Hopefully it'll make it out here. So here's the deal. This is kind of interesting. So he's absolutely correct. First, and we don't know if he has type 2 or type 1. Both types occur in the mouth. Both types occur in the genitalia. Type 2 is a little more intense, can be associated with pretty severe outbreak on the first go-around, even with encephalitis and meningitis, things like that sometimes. But the first outbreak is the worst. They do mitigate with time. But to protect another person, you can about 96% bring the risk down 96% by taking acyclovir. You're right that if you take acyclovir chronically and you stop it, some people do get a little rebound. But if you let it kind of burn out, it won't keep going typically. Although some people have frequent, recurrent, rather intense recurrences. That just happens. Some people get that. Most people don't. Some people do. You might be one of those people. My bet is you're just having a rebound, and if you want to get off this stuff, you sort of just can. If you have it and you're wanting to act out sexually, you should take it. Take it, acyclovir at least twice a day, and wear a condom as well. Any comments?
Just pour some apple cider vinegar on it.
Cures everything. Can't stop burning my hands. Hitler, 25-year-old female, live a pretty normal life, but I have a habit that I can't stop. I wash my hands with burning hot water multiple times a day because it feels good. Gives me goosebumps up my arms and legs. I'm ruining my skin, causing eczema on my hands and wrist. Sore and uncomfortable. My skin even blisters before. I have been able to stop for about 3 to 5 days before my eczema clears up. My hands heal and I'm no longer sore, but then I start doing it again. I deliberately wash my hands a couple of times a day to get this tingly rush at the expense of the skin on my hands. What is going on? Am I truly talked? Yeah, you're a little talked. Little talk there. It is in the OCD spectrum, but it's a little sort of variation on the theme. Most people with OCD hand washing are obsessed with cleanliness and bacteria and that kind of stuff. This is you're going for a specific feeling. Gosh, you probably need some kind of managed exposure therapy, just like we would do it for the hand washing, just learning to tolerate being without it more and more. But it is a compulsive behavior. I wonder if there's any other way to get a feeling like that to sort of replace it, to move from one to the other. But if you were going to stop this, go check out a website called the IOCDF.org, the International Obsessive Compulsive Foundation, IOCDF.org. Let's look it up here. It's a great patient-centered, there it is, OCD conference. And there's lots of resources on that site. One of the best disease-specific, patient-centered website I know of for a specific disorder, specific constellation of disorders. And I'm sure you'll find people on there who have a very similar kind of behavior. And they probably have advice for what has worked for them. So maybe chat it up there. Let's see. What do you want to hear? Mushrooms and migraines. Hermaphrodite impregnate themselves. Let's do this. Can a hermaphrodite impregnate themselves? Amanda, I currently have a debate. I would love for you to settle. Can a hermaphrodite impregnate themselves? They can. Would the child be a genetic copy of the parent? Or would the child turn out to be more the product of inbreeding, or like twins having a baby together? I don't know what you're saying, because twins couldn't have a baby together because they'd have to be the same sex if they were identical twins. Has this ever happened? Do we know of royalty? Maybe, etc. Okay. So like worms are hermaphroditic, and they could, I believe, certain kinds of lower life forms can impregnate themselves, I believe. But humans are never a full hermaphrodite. You know what hermaphrodite is?
Yeah.
You have to have both sex organs. And there's no real such thing as humans. The humans at most will get something called an ovotesty, which is sort of a single organ that is a combination of ovary and testy, but one will predominate. You'll either be producing testosterone or enough estrogen to create a female or male sort of phenotype. There might be some ambiguous genitalia associated with that, but again, you're not having fully functioning penis with ejaculation and fully functioning vagina and uterus with ovarian tubes and everything that function. It just doesn't exist. There are theories that we might be able to get humans might have sort of a mosaic pattern, like almost like a conjoined twin situation that one gets absorbed into the other and you get one person. Even those are not, they're usually predominant one way or the other. This has nothing to do with gender identity. I'm not talking about whether they identify as man or woman. What I'm talking about is their biological functioning. So to settle your argument, unfortunately, true hermaphrodite does not really exist in the human. The ovotesty is not something that produces both functioning sperm and ovary. You look a little disturbed by this.
I mean, why do you want to know that?
They
need a wellness check, man.
They're smoking weed and they're
That's
thinking
what I'm
about
talking about, man.
stuff.
Check on your friends sometime, man. You need to check on your friends, dog. Yeah, man. Come on, man.
So I don't disagree with you. I mean, hey, but you know, people preoccupy in this show about a lot of weird shit.
Sometimes you need to check on your friends, man.
That's right. My wife would be angry if I didn't mention there's a bobblehead available at drdrew.com/store, I think. Hey, guys, we'll look it up.
I'm pretty sure it was
shop.
Yeah,
shop. drdrew.com/shop. Thank you, guys. We should get a Danny bobblehead going too. It'd be fun.
Or Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato
Yes,
Head.
you keep changing the hair.
Oh, you've had. See, I only know you in this hair.
Yeah,
You just shaved something off.
Yeah, I've changed my hair like every 6 months. I feel like.
What do you think that's all about?
Drastic change.
Is that all that midlife crisis stuff?
No. I think I'm just hot anyway. So I'm like, some people like I look good this way, and they're scared to change. Sometimes I wake up and I'm just bored with the way I look. Like, you know what?
I've noticed that when people sort of, including myself, when I go really short or shave their head, it's sort of an aggressive move. It's like you're feeling a little.
No, I had dreads, but I didn't ever ask for the dreads. It just fucking COVID happened, and fucking when no barbershops open, so. I end up getting dreadlocks and shit, then moving down here. It's too fucking hot for that shit, man. I'm outside trying to barbecue and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking dreads and shit, then, it's just nasty, man. Dreadlocks are nasty.
And they are. And the only way to deal with them is shave them off, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of people work hard to get dreads. They put honey in there and stuff.
No, I wouldn't say that. You just don't comb your hair.
And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, you can get if you want to be pretty, wouldn't get it all twisted. But I like to freeform my shit. Just let it happen on its own. Give it more personality.
Do your fans miss the dreads? Do you think?
A lot of people like me with longer hair. I think they used to that. But for the most part, man, this shit's uncomfortable. And that the older you get, it's all about being comfortable to me. Like even with the clothes I wear now. Before I would I would sacrifice comfortability to look cool.
That is the
now
truth.
that ain't what's going on. Yeah. No more. I just want to be.
So no more Viagra and tight jeans.
Fuck no.
Danny, it has been a privilege and a pleasure to get to know you. So I think it's great. You got a show. Let's support Danny's show. Go see it.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, anything on you from the booth?
Beautiful show. Tons of fun.
Thank you so much, guys. And we'll see everybody next time.
All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.